just got this coin in from the mail. I forgot to open it up on camera. I'm a bad host. It's from 1739. It's French. It is a King Louis XV coin. Let me show you how we're gonna authenticate it. Coins like this can be a costly mistake. I've already entered in a price that I'm gonna be paying on this coin. I wanna thank Ryan Cooper for sending it to me. So one simple test that we can do to see if it is authentic and old is we can look at the rim. Is the rim smooth or is it reeded? Here we see this is smooth. This is reeded. They started reeding American coins in the 1790s, but before that, coins weren't really reeded. So if this had a reeded edge in here, it would definitely be fake, but we can see that it doesn't, so it passed the first test. The second test is the weight test. What we're gonna do for this, I've said this before, they make all coins exact. Every coin that comes out is from a die, and they're all made to be the same, so they weigh the same. Or at least they're supposed to weigh the same. So we'll look on NGC's website. A perfect coin, absolutely perfect version of this coin, should weigh 29.488 grams. Now there probably are no perfect versions of this coin because really, really old coins like this, you just don't find them in MS-70. If you do, they're worth a lot of money. But this one, given how worn down it is, should have about a gram or so off of its weight. Placed on the scale, 28.4, that's believable. So it passes the weight test. Third test is a Sigma test. Pre-1900 US, hit run, falls in the middle, it's authentic. Now as far as the condition, the obverse is pretty worn down. The reverse is pretty good. I think at one point it was used as a pendant. I honestly didn't see that. I already made an offer and brokered a sale with him, so it's non-negotiable at this point. I'm paying him $130 for this coin. I'm gonna try and make $100 on it. We'll see if I can. But this is another successful buy from my remote buy program, which I am so glad I thought of that. Holy shit, it's single-handedly saving me. Well, I am sad to see this go. I just sold this on eBay, but I got $400 for it, so I guess I'm pleased. It's certainly more than I paid. I have been sitting on this since I opened up. I've had it for about 4.5 months. I am surprised it didn't sell sooner, but what I've learned here is these expensive cameos are beautiful, but the market for them is just not that big. That's a fact that I've discovered. So I have to not get excited, because these are some of my favorite pieces, but I am a smaller minority than I realized in appreciating these and thinking that they're worth a lot more. I was trying to get $1,200 on this piece, but alas, a profit's a profit. All right, this makes me very happy right here. I sold this expensive cameo. I'd been sitting on it for so long, I was a little annoyed that I didn't get more money on it, but it went to a good home. This is somebody who's just super excited to be getting it, and they're gonna be obviously using it, and I like that this has found a good home and it's not just going to another antique store to sit and be resold and stuck away in a private collection for nobody to see. He's gonna wear it to church. I have appreciation over the things that I sell. It's too early in the morning for this. I've also bought these Polish kilos. I buy them in packs of 6 and I sell out and I buy more and sell out. I've probably sold 25 kilos. This stuff is so cool, but it is like, the demand on these is hot as hell. Basically, Pawn Man Scarface moving kilos. It's a new month, so I gotta send out gifts for my Patreons. I was going to amass all of my gifts and show like everyone all the stuff that goes out every month on my Patreons, but it's kind of confusing and everybody gets something different, so I gotta keep track of it. So I'm gonna just show you 3. This person has been giving me $5 a month for a couple months now. So I'm sending him a t-shirt and a button. This person gives me $250 a month, and that's been going on. They've given me $1,500 so far, which is incredible. So every month I send them some silver. I don't have any 1-ounce pieces right now, otherwise I'd be sending them a couple of those. I do have these art pours. So they're getting an Israeli 5 lirat, which is I think 0.23 of an ounce, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 mini pours and a t-shirt. And then this person sends me $100 a month, so they're getting a t-shirt and 2 mini pours. And you feel like, well, they send you more money. Yes, and I use that money to make this show. I have to use some of that money. I'm not doing a transaction here. Frankly, I don't have to give them anything at all, but I want to keep people enticed and say thank you. So again, if you guys want to become a Patreon, you get stuff every month from me. Even if you're only giving me $1 a month, at the end of the year, if you've stayed the whole year, I'll send you something. This is great. You guys are gonna remember on Buy Trip Special number 1, I bought a Warhammer book, like an old 80s art book for Warhammer Games Workshop or something. This thing, I paid 30 bucks for it. I looked online, it was going for 200. There were no examples of it in the United States. When I looked on eBay, it was all stuff in Europe. And so yeah, I paid 30 bucks on this thing and I just got 200 on it. It took a couple months to sell. 30 bucks in, 200 out, it's great. I gotta ship it for free. eBay's taking 20%. So make at least $100 on this. Not bad. Truthfully, I was gonna blow this out. I was gonna do starting bid $1 because I was getting frustrated that it wasn't selling. I thought this might be something we'd sit on for a while. Just love the artwork in this. I like creepy artwork, you know, like the clown. Lady who sold this to me, when we bought this, we were in a very small town that's, shall we say, very religious, and she thought this book, the woman who sold this to me, was demonic, and she thought it was hurting her son's eyes. Just beautiful art. I think, ooh, this is cool. Oh, that's super cool. That's how I feel most mornings. Actually, more like this. Cool. What is going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan Kale, and I own a gold and silver business. This past week has been my most profitable week since I opened up on my own. But what's super interesting about that is this is like a week where basically no one came into my business the whole week, or like just a handful of people. But my online sales have just been roaring. I can't believe how much silver I sold in the past week. Last Friday night, I did an Evanathon. I bought $14,000 worth of silver, and I sold literally all of it in 1 hour on TikTok Live, just being like, hey, buy, buy, buy. So I wanna thank everybody who participated in that, who's been patroning from me, who's been helping me ever since I went out on my own. You know, it's really scary to undertake a business and do all of what I've been doing, but thanks to you guys, it looks like I'm gonna turn a profit before the end of the year, and incredible. I just can't believe how much I sold in my little TikTok Evanathon, as I called it. There will be more of those. As for online TikTok auctions, I've been getting asked about if I'm gonna do those again, because I was briefly doing those in March. No, I will not be doing those again. I also got the question, I can't find it. What happened to my Fidel Castro cigar box? You guys might remember in an older episode of Pawn Man, I bought an authentic cigar box and business card from Fidel Castro, and it was a cool item. It was worth a lot of money. I paid 75 bucks for it. I found a similar example was on Antiques Roadshow with an appraisal of 2,000 to 3,000. I sold it in March for 800 bucks because I needed money to open the store, so it's long gone. First thing I wanna do is thank all of my new Patreons. You guys, I pleaded to you in the last Between the Pawn that I'm losing money on Pawn Man between my editor fees and everything else. I'm losing about $200 a month, and so I got some new Patreons out of that. So thank you guys. I'm still losing money on Pawn Man. I didn't get as many as I was hoping. So you guys just keep in mind, $1 a month helps me. There's over 7,000, 7,500 of you guys here on YouTube now, over 100,000 on TikTok. If I get 1% of you guys to give me $1 a month, I could pay for Pawn Man and make it an even better show. I want to get a much better camera. This camera that I have, this Canon M50, it's a good camera. And so is my B-Cam, my Canon G7X, but it's not the quality that I need to make Pawn Man as good as it can be. And I do think this product that I put out here on YouTube is my best product. I don't care that I'm losing money on it. I know long-term, it's going to be worthwhile. It's going to make sense. There's a break-even point, and that break-even point is expensive, but I need to keep improving the show and doing all that I can for it. So I need more Patreons because I'm still losing money, and all the money that I get, you know, even if it's like I'm making money, I'm not gonna put it in my pocket. I'm gonna just use it to enhance Pawn Man. Frankly, I'm also underpaying my editor, and I'd like to give him a raise very soon, because like the amount of footage that I dump on him versus what he charges me is like, he's doing this as a favor, basically. Albeit a favor that he makes money on, but still, for the price that it is versus, like, you guys remember, I went on Fiverr and I found an editor, and she was like $450 an episode or something ridiculous. And my editor for the Pawn Man that I have now is a fraction of the cost of that. So I'd like to keep him happy for all the hard work that he does. You guys, please become a Patreon. Please help me. I'm done screaming about money. Give me money, help me. Really quickly, you guys, this person right here is a scammer. There have been some scam accounts on TikTok that I've heard about that are trying to get people's, you know, they're messaging people saying that they have an opportunity to invest in silver and they want money. You guys, I will never solicit you for money. You have to talk to me if you want to buy something from me. And it's pretty easy to figure out which account is mine. It's the one that has my fucking face on it, where I'm posting 3 videos a day. If you have any questions about whether or not it's me, ask to be double authenticated on a multiple account. Say, well, can you message me that on Instagram too? Because like, it's pretty easy to determine if my account is authentic or not. But apparently there's a scammer out there, or there's one, there's gonna be more. So just beware. No, I will not randomly solicit anyone for money. know that my Venmo and all the payment information that I'm doing digitally, it's got my name attached to it, Evan-Kale. No 1, no 5, no extra, just my name. I'm the only person with that name on social media. So, well, actually, there was another Evan Kale, but I'm pretty sure his mom took down every picture of him because I trolled the fuck out of that hashtag. For those of you guys that don't know, I discovered that there's another Evan Kale, and it's a child whose mom is plastering him all over the internet. And I trolled the fuck out of that hashtag until the mom pulled down all the photos of the kid. Because like I personally hate parents that plaster their kids on the internet. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, Miss Bad Parent. I'm gonna teach you a lesson you will never forget. And hopefully she learned a lesson. A couple other things to talk about. I got some new amber jewelry. I have lots of fun stuff on eBay. Go check out my eBay. I get this question all the time. How do I get to your eBay? There's a link in my bio on TikTok and on Instagram and on my store website. It is not hard to find. There's a link. That same link that takes you to all this is in the description of this video. I post it on every description. So just click around, not hard. I have my first antique firearm purchase was executed this week. It'll be coming soon. I'm actually doing a trade for it. I'm trading some gold rings for an 1888 English Bulldog. You guys will be seeing that in an upcoming episode of Pawn Man when I get it. I'm really excited to have it. I have no idea how I'm gonna sell it because I definitely can't put it on eBay. So pre-1898 guns and earlier, they're considered antiques. It varies state to state, but I check Minnesota state laws and it's fine for me to buy an antique pistol like that. The only thing that I can't buy, I can't buy a Gatling gun. Bummer. But everything else, pretty much I can buy. So this is my first antique gun. I'm super excited about getting it. It's coming remotely. My remote buy program has been so successful. If you guys got stuff to sell, please DM me. I can't pay you full retail price on stuff because I'm trying to make money. You're going to get more from me probably than any of your local shops around town. And if you think, well, I can just sell it on eBay and get more money, then go ahead and sell it on eBay and you will get more money, but you can't get an instant payout. I offer you the means to sell something right away. The only thing is I absolutely have to take ID and you've got to be over 18 to sell to me. I can't do business with minors. I've had a few, that's come up a few times and the laws are pretty strict. So can't do that, but as long as you're over 18, you have ID, you own the stuff outright, I can buy it from you remotely. I will pay you back for shipping. You do have to send it to me first, but as I tell everyone, I didn't get to all these followers by ripping people off. Final thing I want to talk about is, and you guys are probably sick of hearing about this, is just how difficult it is for me to make this show and how fucking stretched thin I am. I'm mainly running the shop by myself. I mean, I basically have 2 part-time people who work for me, but between running the shop, fuck, I can't believe I was gonna try to run for Congress. What a fucking crazy idea. Obviously, I'm not anymore if you haven't picked that one up yet. And that's its own story. Someday I'll talk about that. But just like the difficulty of making this show, you guys have no idea how hard it is for me to make the show that I write, direct, produce, and star in my own show. Thank God I don't have to edit it anymore. I don't think of it. I think I was bitching about this in the last Between the Pawn. It's just really hard. And like this week, especially with the Hunt Brothers monologue, having to reshoot it 3 times, after having to reshoot the Federal Reserve monologue twice and the Pokemon monologue 3 times. I've had to reshoot my monologues numerous times recently. Just for like little bullshit that like if I had an executive producer or I had somebody that I was paying to help me full time with the show, then I would catch it. It's just the fact that I have to do all this myself. There's stuff that I don't see, like that I spit on myself or that my mic isn't properly plugged in. Again, speaking of which, yeah, it looks like it's good. All right, so with that, we're gonna get into the questions. All right, so the questions I have coming in this week, and thank you guys for asking me questions. Okay, so first question, SSJ4 Gogeta. You guys may or may not know this, I fucking love Dragon Ball Z. It's what I grew up on as a kid. I am the biggest Dragon Ball Z nerd. SSJ4 Gogeta writes, for your monologues, do you use a teleprompter app, or is that something you haven't thought of? I don't use, so what I do is I make, here, I got one right here. This is my Hunt Brothers, oops. This is my Hunt Brothers script right here. So it's front and back, notes, bullet points. I could use a teleprompter, I guess. I just feel like it would take me more time because like I said, I'm using bullet points and I'm ad-libbing what's in between the bullet points. It's a lot of free talking. You know, a lot of my best points that I make, I think of them on the spot as I'm reading over the information. So I don't want to get a teleprompter for the constraint of, you know, I don't want it to be totally scripted. It's not going to be as fun. It's more fun when I can ad-lib stuff in the middle. And on top of that, I feel like it would just take me even more time to type everything out on a teleprompter and I can just fucking handwrite it. One thing that once I do get the money for YouTube to improve it, I would love to hire a researcher to write these for me. because these take a couple hours, just doing the research and blah, 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 like sitting down and figuring it out. It was fun when I first started Pondman, when I was just being able to do my informative parts on recycled knowledge. But now it's like, well, now I want to like cover like new things that I don't know a ton about. And it's like, well, I gotta do the fucking research then. So no, I don't use a teleprompter. I don't have any interest in it. I don't want to script my show if like a network ever picks it up or something, but I definitely need to hammer things out a little bit better to be more precise, and figuring out a better way to do these than just handwriting notes myself. There may be something to it, but no, I don't use a teleprompter. Okay, Benjamin Madsen wants to know, money not being and time not being an issue, what market would you love to be able to have more come through your shop? Militaria, collectibles, etc. I'm sure that's what Benjamin sounds like when he talks. It's my imagination of him anyway. I love historic stuff. I love historic stuff with a story behind it. I don't love paying the collector price and that kind of stuff. So more really cool vintage stuff that has a story attached to it, like this came off the Titanic kind of thing. But when I have to overpay for that stuff, that's where you lose me. Like this teacup right behind me, I just bought this today. I paid $975 on it, which is double melt, but it's from the year 1782. That's why I paid double melt. But I don't love doing that. And the fact is, like, I almost told the guy to go fuck himself on his price, but then I thought, well, actually every antique sterling piece like this that I purchased, I've done well on, so I'll take a chance with it. But yeah, I just don't like paying more than I have to on stuff. Billy Turner wants to know, who would win in a fight between you and Rick Harrison? But he has hair. I feel pretty confident that I could beat up Rick Harrison, mostly because I am 32 with 20 years of martial arts, and he is, I think, in his 50s and smokes a lot. You can hear it when he laughs. He just like wheezes. So for that reason only, I am more agile than him, though if he got me on the ground, I bet he's got 100 pounds on me. I don't know. I think I could beat him. Somebody else wanted to know, speaking of which, JT asks, are the rumors true about you fighting Logan Paul? I legitimately would not want to fight him, and I laughed my ass off when I heard that he was going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather, and then I saw videos of him training and working out. And then I saw the fight, and although I think he lost that fight, fuck, I would want to fight him. Fuck my 20 years of martial arts. He's in shape, and I would not want to get punched by him. That said, I would fight him with swords, though, because I guarantee I could beat him in a sword fight. I've done Kumdo for many years. I'm a first-degree black belt. That's why I say that, which I think... Next week, I think we are covering samurai swords and the history of the samurai sword in Pondman. I haven't fully determined if I want to do that yet or not, but that's what I'm leaning towards. So stay tuned for that, speaking of swords. And then finally, Gage wrote, I love your videos. I watch them all the time. I watch pretty much... Or a shout out, please, in the next video. There's a shout out. Also, side note, I have been getting a ton of you guys messaging me to tell me that you've just discovered my YouTube and you've been binge watching stuff, and like, I've been seeing it in my analytics. Thank you guys. It's awesome that so many people are now discovering my videos and just binge watching all my content. Like, I've been making Pondman for over a year. There's so much content to watch. If this is your first video, I got a file called Pondman Videos. By file, I mean YouTube playlist. I don't know why I said file. Check it out. There's so much content for you guys to watch. So that'll do it for this Between the Pond. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification button so you know when new videos from Pondman are coming out. I post every Tuesday. Ask me questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll answer them on the next Between the Pond. Like and subscribe for more. Follow me on my other social media accounts, @EvanKale, @Pondman. Don't fall for a scam. There's only one Pondman, and I will never ask you randomly for money unless you talk to me first. DM me if you want to sell me stuff or buy stuff, and I'll see you guys back here for another episode of Pondman. Oh, and get my books. They're on Amazon. All the cool stuff is in the link in the video description. Check it out. Later, guys.